You're in HR and you're in an interview with a manager who notices a candidate wearing religious clothing or mentions attending religious services when talking about schedule flexibility. The manager asks, will your religious practices interfere with work? It's easy to understand why somebody would ask that sort of question. Because often a large part of the job is just being on the job and being available to respond to problems, to work with your teammates, all that sort of stuff. And so a manager who's trying to get ahead of that and sees that somebody is, very religiously involved or observant might have some scheduling issues. And for your company, that might be an issue. Maybe you just need somebody there all the time. The problem is you are now making a choice that the law says you cannot say. The law says an employer cannot force an employee to have to choose between their career, their livelihood, and their faith and their commitment to their faith, including practices and observances. Whereas when you as an employer ask that question ahead of time, presumably you're not asking that question unless you care about the answer, right? So if you're asking an employee or a potential candidate, are your religious practices going to interfere with your schedule? You are signaling pretty loudly that I need you to be available, or your availability as it relates to your religious practices might matter with respect to you getting this job or excelling in this career, whatever the situation may be. And the law understands that that's a big no-no. So whenever we're talking about anything even close to religious practices or scheduling issues, don't even worry about it. Keep going in the interview process. If it turns out it's an issue, then deal with it. If you're gonna try to be sneaky and get ahead of it on the front end here, thinking that you're just getting ahead of a problem, you're actually just gonna end up with a legal bill of like $100,000. Follow me so you never miss compliance updates that protect your company from costly HR mistakes.